Hey Leo Seeker, how are you? Welcome to your March Taroscope. Leo, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus. You know the drill. My name is Morgane, in case you're new. Welcome to the Existential Shift. Happy to have you. For my existing old seekers, you guys rock, but you know that. Okay, Leo. So how was Valentine's Day? You're like, well, if it went well, why would I be here watching you? Okay. Sorry, I was being polite. You're like, we're not here for you to be polite. We're here so you will tell us the truth. Leo, you're usually very, very nice. To me, anyway. Everything's okay? I mean, well, you're like, I don't care what you mean. What do you do? What are you doing about it? We change places. You want to advise me? Okay. I'll take an advice from a Leo. You guys know how to live. By the most parts. Okay, let's just get to it. This is the Spellcaster's Tarot. I'm not shading my Leos. You guys know how much I love you guys. You guys are some of my biggest supporters. And I appreciate it very much so. Many of you purchased the 2019 Mistress of Magic, and I got such amazing response from you guys. So thank you. If you don't know what I'm talking about, I'll put the link below, as I always do for all my services. And you can go check it out. It's the yearly predictions for the entire 2019. Okay. All right. Yes, there is a way to book a private reading with me. It's also below. Tarot Masterclass as well. Instagram. The extended for the month of March. You know it all. I don't need to tell you. I'm just shuffling. I'm just waiting for the cards to drop. You know that too. Someone wrote me a comment. I wish you readers will just meditate and shuffle and open the cards and only then press play and start talking. And I'm like, I wish ungrateful brats that don't know anything will have to go and study something and do something for themselves instead of complaining over free stuff. And then I blocked them. I'm like, you're in my space. This is my house. Welcome. You want to be nice? Yes. You don't want to be nice? There are so many fabulous readers out there. You don't vibe? Go scout. Buy your own deck. Study tarot online with me and learn how to do it for yourself so you won't have to complain. Sorry for the rant, but I can do it with you guys. You know what it's like to not be appreciated for your kindness. So who else will I speak about this if not with you? Seriously, I'm just waiting for the cards. Like, I'm not gonna force it. I'm gonna force it. Okay. I love doing that. Makes me feel cool. Leo, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus. South Node. I don't know. If you feel like hanging out here, you're welcome. Intuitively guided. For March. You guys don't want to talk, huh? You guys just want to have fun. You're like, we want to walk the talk. We want you to walk the talk. Talking is overrated. Okay, but how am I supposed to know what's going on with you? If you don't show me something. If you don't show me something. Or a whole lot of. I prefer, okay. The Emperor and the Eight of Swords. Now, can this deck be more beautiful. I love the archetypes presented here. Okay. Two aspects to this. One, someone is self-imprisoning themselves with a lot of care for their status or appearance, or how will things look like, how will people see this, I need to have my I need to put on a face, you know, I need to put on the show, I need to be presentable, I need to be in control and not show any less than that, because then how would people perceive me? Or somewhat of a fear of losing your strength. That's one. Another option is someone exterior is making you feel like you can't express yourself emotionally. I'm also getting someone who's just having a really hard time with expressing themselves emotionally, like saying what's on their mind and on their heart, because they're scared it will make them look weak, or like they're losing control, or that it will be used against them. I'm sorry if you feel this way, but please remember that emotional expression, you know, the cow here, and also in here, the bull, maybe there's a Taurus in the situation. That's life, okay? They are the symbol of life on this planet, life-giving. You have to express yourself. You want to give life to a situation, you have to blow wind into it and communicate, not from a place that wants to control the results, but that's because that's the nature of the heart, you know. Emotional expression is it's water. It flows in ways that you can't always anticipate, and you have to allow them to flow. You have to allow yourself, because how will the crops flourish if you don't water them? How will you rule your kingdom, Leo, if you don't water the land? That's where the Empress comes in. Emotional expression. It's not weakness. That's how she creates life, right? That's her beauty. That's her strength. And the Emperor, it's her male counterpart. And every extremity on a scale, what this extreme and what this extreme has in common is they're on the different sides of the same scale. So they are of the same essence. The Empress and the Emperor, they're of the same essence. This is from the female archetype, and this is from the male archetype still. So the Emperor can learn from the Empress to express his emotional self-expression. But someone is really feeling like they can't, and it's an imposed emotional prison. Like, you can express yourself. This is in your mind. And it comes from a little bit of an ego and a little bit of fear of losing control and wanting to save face and kind of looking all tough. But I don't think it's doing you any good. I don't think this mechanism is doing you any good, Leo. If you're a South Node in Leo, maybe that's your... maybe there's a reason why I said South Node in Leo. Maybe someone is watching that can speak to them. Maybe that's your challenge. The thing in the Leo, the shadow aspect of the Leo that you need to work on to release from yourself. Needing to be the Mr. Sunshine. Guys, this does not speak to all Leos out there in the world. If you vibe with this, it's yours. If you don't, there's nothing wrong with you, and there's nothing wrong with me. General readings can't possibly address everybody's narratives. So watch your other placements, book a reading with me, or I don't know, go drink coffee, eat cake, watch Taurus. Watch Taurus. Oh, now I feel like having cake. Anyway, sorry. Let's keep going. Emperor, 8 of Swords, for Leo for March. What is this about? Show me more, please, for Leo. Show me more for Leo. Thank you. 8 of Cups. So far we have 4, 8, 8. Emperor's 4, 8 of Swords, and then 8 of Cups. Emotional release is inevitable. You cannot control this situation, whatever this is. Maybe you can't control your emotions. Even, maybe you have emotions that are uncomfortable for you. It's not something you seemingly be able to change. Maybe you have to walk away from something because you feel like you can't feel this or be in that or something like that. Like, I'm getting self-judgment over someone's emotions. Like someone is judging themselves over feeling something, or there's someone really is trying to control a situation. This is not a negative person that is trying to control a human being. This is like a different type of control. This is like a self-restraint, or taming oneself in a way. I don't think it's something dangerous within a person. I think it's just something that someone feels uncomfortable with. Maybe it's inappropriate or not, can't be, something that just can't be. I'm getting it can't be. This can't happen, so I have to be in control and or leave the situation, because I'm also getting someone feeling stuck in a relationship. I feel like they don't want to be there, but maybe a sense of responsibility is leaving them there. And then I do see an aspect of someone leaving or letting go or releasing. Let's keep going. Show me more, please, for my Leos for March. March for my Leos. See first. Thank you. Oh, okay. Ace of Pentacles. So there is a new start, but it's something that has been brewing in you for a while. Okay. It's not something that comes out of the blue. It's not a sudden passion. It's not a love at first sight kind of thing. It's something that has been around you, or you've been around in it for a long time. And you had to either leave something or let go of something that you've held yourself in for a really long time. It could be a job. It could be a relationship. Apply it to your narrative. But I'm getting that in March, maybe Uranus is affecting you in that way. Uranus and Taurus, I have a lot of bulls here, so like I'm getting, for a lot of you guys, March will mark like a real new beginning, that you feel much more comfortable in, that you don't have to feel like you're forcing yourself or forcing something, like you're just, it's something that you've wanted to do for a long time, but you've been avoiding, because you've been avoiding listening to your own nature, because you were trying to harness your nature for whatever reasons, sense of responsibility, fear of what will be in the other side. But now it's like, I can't do this anymore. Whatever will be. I just can't be in there. Sometimes knowing what you want is knowing what you don't want. And then you just have to make room for what could possibly work well for you by releasing first what doesn't work for you. So I'm seeing a lot of you guys doing that. And that opens a portal for a brand new start and something that is familiar to you. Okay? It's not, I don't think it's completely, this is the earth element. Something that is much more resonating with your essence. Okay, let's keep going for Leo. Something will have to crumble. Some sort of mechanism will have to fall. I don't know if it's a job or a relationship, Leo, but something is Like you had a glimpse of what can be, or you've received some sort of opportunity, a tangible opportunity to do something different. And I see you like leaping on it, like from holding for a long time. Suddenly something comes, it's like an inner spark that awakens and it catches the exterior opportunity that comes in. And then it's like, okay, now you're jumping on it, like from being really, really slow or immovable to bam. And you're willing to let anything that isn't serving that new old thing let go of. And it's like, you just, like when you sit at a restaurant and you can sit for like 5 hours and you're great and you're chatting with your friends, whatever, and then you need to go or you feel like you need to go, so you're asking for the check, and then every little minute feels like forever, like you just hung out there for 5 hours, but now you can't wait for 5 minutes for the check. It's almost like, okay, now that you're ready, it's like, oh, it's like earthquake. Okay. Wasn't talking, but now that you're starting to talk, it's like, you can't stop. I like it. I'm even proud of you. It can't be easy. Especially for those of you who really care about perception or saving face or maintaining control over a situation. I don't know. Okay, let's keep going. Page of Wands, great new energy, so much more lighthearted. You're going from feeling really heavy and burdened by responsibility and by potential shame to just letting go of something. And once that happens, you're like feeling so relieved. It's like you're hearing the birds chirping again because your mind is not full of white noise of overthinking, fearing, worrying. It's just, you're just, okay, you're just creating the worst thing you feared of, you're just creating it. And then it's like, okay, that's it. Nothing left to fear. And I'm getting a lot of you feeling lighter again, like the inner child in you is kind of has room to express itself. A real sense of freedom and liberation where you can just go and do and be and try and experience and okay. Anything else you can show me for Leo, please? More for March for my Leo seekers. The High Priestess. Wow, you're really following the unknown, and you're willing, the unknown in you that was there but was numb, and you weren't touching it, or you weren't conveying with it or expressing it even to yourself because it scared you. It's like the unknown parts of you, maybe certain things that you were ashamed of or were insecure about, or like were hiding from other people because you didn't know what people will say or think about it. And now you're really allowing yourself to experiment with things that you were always curious about and you've wanted to explore, and you held yourself back, and now it's like one door opens a portal for 10 more doors, and they open portals for 100 more doors, and it's like I'm seeing a lot of you immersing yourselves in newfound knowledge that was there, but it was numb and ignored. And you're willing to take that risk to go to the unknown for the adventure. And it's very exciting. I'm getting a lot of excitement and risk taking, but like, calculated risk. The Emperor is not one to just jump off the bridge without a rope, right? Oh, I don't mean to commit suicide. I mean like bungee jumping. Yeah. In the note, someone commits suicide, and in the note they're like, Morgane from the Existential Shift told me to jump from a bridge with a rope, so bungee jumping. Life is precious. Okay. Let's keep going. The High Priestess, great. Show me more. getting that some of you are also allowing yourself to express passion that you had towards someone that you wouldn't show for whatever reason. Either maybe you were in a relationship, maybe they were in a relationship, or maybe other reasons, but it's like you're breaking down the walls and you're breaking down the limitations and you're just taking a risk or something like that. Wow, okay. 10 of Wands, 10 of Pentacles. Okay. So there's a lot of like shifts in energy. They're going from one thing to another. So, some of you, I just have to say it, it's really not for all of you. Those of you that it's for them, you know. Some of you are leaving an established relationship that you felt imprisoned in. Maybe you were staying just because of a sense of obligation, but there wasn't love there anymore or whatever. Maybe an obligation to the family or to the culture. You're leaving it and you're allowing yourself to be with someone that you wanted to be with. And it goes from 0 to 100. Like it evolves really, really fast. Like we're going from the Ace of Pentacles to the 10 of Pentacles. And 10 of Wands, yeah, it's a lot of responsibility and it's overwhelming, but it's also very exciting. So if this is not your narrative, try to apply it to something else that happened, that you finally allow yourself to explore and try and be and do. This could be also work. And then once you do, it just kind of happens really, really fast. And, you know, from just hanging out, from just having fun or doing something small in this project or in this relationship, like it goes 0 to 100. That's what I'm saying. Okay. Comment, let me know what this is. Here, let me show you. So, what is this about? Can you clarify, please? We will continue this in the extended, okay? And I just want to see a little further. Can you clarify this for me for Leo? Ooh, 7 of Pentacles and the World. Yes, something that you've invested time and effort in, that you were very slow and methodical about, is reaching a peak of success. It might feel really sudden, like out of the blue. I don't want to say an overnight success. It's something that might look like it, appear like it to the outside, but you know that it's something that you've worked on for a really long time. Beautiful. Like you're really going from being quiet and secretive about something to full expression of it. And it's accepted really well. It's working really well, and you finally have this sense of completion. Like you go from feeling really like March starts feeling really like, oh, I can't do this anymore. I can't be in this situation anymore. And then either you make a decision or an opportunity comes in, or maybe a combination of both. And it's just, okay, guys, I'm going to continue this in the extended. What I'm going to do is I'm going to take the repetition of the elements. So we have 2 8s. 2 10s, only 1 ace, 1 7, and 1 page, so no. And 4 major arcanas. We'll reorganize them chronologically. Okay. So 2 8s, 2 10s, High Priestess, Emperor, the Tower, and the World. So we'll touch this kind of new perspective on the reading in the extended. And also that will be just the start. Right after that, I will do a new shuffle of a Celtic Across. It could potentially be a completely different reading. And then I'll pull out 3 runes. So I'll do a rune reading as well. Okay, so that link is below in the information box. I'm going to do it right now. In the information box, you have all the other links that I've mentioned as well. Thank you so much for being here. If I don't see you in the extended, then I will see you in April. And watch your other placements. Oh, I really recommend going back to your February readings. I'm recording this on February or in the midst of the energies at the highest peak of them. Watching them now and making the connections from today's point of view is very powerful. I do that with my favorite YouTubers all the time. So feel free to watch or rewatch February, even better. Okay, guys, see you soon. Love you. If you haven't subscribed yet, this is your opportunity. And bye for now.